Well, it's kind of last minute. Really? There's nothing you can do? Well, it's kind of last minute. Really? There's nothing you can do? All right, thanks for letting me know.
Hey man, what's going on? We ready to roll?
You know how we were supposed to have Taylor Swift on the show tonight?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, she just canceled.
Oh my god, what happened?
Well, it's not totally her fault. I might have told her that I was from the Tonight Show.
Oh, jeez.
And I might have told her that we were going to pay her $10,000.
Oh my god.
One more thing. I might have told her that we were having a surprise episode where Matt Healy was going to propose to her.
That's just mean. We all want them to be together.
I know. I really don't feel good about it.
Jeez, God, we have no time till the show. Like, what are we supposed to do now?
There's one last thing that we can do.
All right, let's do it. You think it worked?
I don't know, but there's only one way to find out.
Let's get started.
Welcome to Late Night Regrets, live from the Vapacenter. With tonight's special guests, Stuart, Ranson, and a special mystery guest. With improv players, Matt Hammond and Brandon Garina. With music by Charm and $1,000 Movie. Now introducing tonight's host, George Smith.
All right, welcome to Charlotte Comedy Theater. Here we're live with Late Night Regrets at the Vapacenter. Thank you all for being here. It's summertime, school is out, and everyone is going on vacation. Even me. Actually, I'm headed up to New York in a couple of weeks, and money's kind of tight right now, so I'm trying to find ways to stretch the budget. Larry, our part-time seat filler and legal counsel, approached me backstage and said he has some expert tips for saving money on travel. So we're going to get him out here and see what those tips are. Larry, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, George.
What's going on, man?
When I heard you needed me, I rushed all the way here from my vacation at Myrtle Beach.
Right.
Carolina country.
I hear you. All right. Well, I'm headed up to New York in a couple of weeks. You got any tips, especially about eating? I know restaurants up there are really expensive.
Yeah. So when trying to eat on a budget in Manhattan, things can get a little hairy, or not hairy enough. I carry this around with me every time I go out to eat, and this locally sourced man fur can be used to get basically every meal from free.
Oh my God, you just carry a bag of hair around with you all the time?
Yep, haven't paid for a meal since 2004.
Oh God, that's disgusting. All right, well, I'm traveling in the city. What do you think? Getting around, taxis, subway, what's the best?
Now, taxis are too expensive, and using the subway might just get you killed. Personally, I think the fastest way to get around in New York City is by an ambulance.
Oh.
Yeah, so what you gotta do is you gotta fake a heart attack, call 911. You wanna ask for my friend Joe and use the code word bing bong, and he'll get you anywhere you need to go.
That sounds pretty unethical. I don't know, Larry.
Hey, well, if you're not willing to save money on transportation, at least let me save you a few dollars on entertainment.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love to catch a Broadway show while I'm up there or something like that.
Well, I can get you under Broadway.
Under?
What you're going to want to do is head over to Times Square.
Okay.
You're going to want to find Elmo and whisper in her ear, "Take me to Grouchland."
Oh my God.
And what she's going to do is she's going to bring you down to the Rumble Pits.
What are the Rumble Pits?
Well, it's just that underground fight club where all the Times Square characters go and fight to the death. Listen, I didn't tell you this, but when you're down there, bet on Mike Wazowski. The guy's a legitimate axe murderer, and he's fighting the cricket from A Bug's Life next weekend.
Wow.
It'll be a bloodbath. You
Jeez,
might actually make a few dollars out there.
Yeah, all right. Well, I guess furry cage fighting does sound like fun. I'm going to need a place to stay. You got any good advice on cheap rooms?
Well, what you got to do is really just look for the undesirable rooms. You know, in order to fill those undesirable rooms, hotels will drop their prices lower than the fun bags on my grandmother's friend Dorothy.
That's a mental image I didn't need, but you know what? You make a good point. I guess rooms in a less desirable part of the city, or you know, they're a bit dated. I guess those go cheaper.
No. I'm saying you got to find a room that's an active crime scene. You know, I keep a radio scanner on me at all times to get these deals. They'll give you 40, 50% off if you just go to the hotel attendant and whisper, "I need to talk to Detective Fishy Wang."
Fishy?
Yep, and
Look,
they'll let you right in.
No, I'm not sleeping in a homicide scene. All right, I'm not happening.
Oh, la-ti-da, sure. Just, you can go pay full price for your bed sheets that aren't soaked in blood of the innocent. But for me, if it's my money, it's Murder Motel all day.
All right, well, that's the great Larry. Thank you for being here. Great
Thank you
travel
so
tips.
much. Oh, I
Appreciate
almost
that, Larry.
forgot. Here, just take that.
Thanks, Larry.
All right, well, as you all know, Late Night Regrets has been looking for a couple of ways to generate revenue recently to help pay for our show. So, unfortunately, things didn't really work out too well with our Mafia VPN partner, and our timeshare business kind of folded up. But we did meet recently a local chemical manufacturer that's selling a new line of products. So, more to tell us more about that is salesman Rick. Welcome, Rick.
How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Good. Look, I'm excited to tell you about a new line of Omnicare. You see, this is a brand new, all-in-one hair care, conditioner, and body wash.
Okay, I think I've seen something like this before, Rick. I mean, isn't it really just soap that you're putting 3-in-1 on to try to jack up the price?
No, that's just the start. This is an actual moisturizer and exfoliator, all in one.
How can it be doing 2 or 3 things at the same time? I mean, moisturizing and exfoliating, those are like opposite.
Yeah.
Those are like opposite things.
No. You see, this is organic. Organic. Queen City chemicals. You see, you can use this as a delicious salad on your condiments, salad dressing. It is delicious. You see right here, we got ourselves salad dressing capabilities.
Oh my God, that's weird, but is it any good?
Oh, you gotta give this a try, boy.
Oh God, that's funny.
Please.
That's enough. Oh my God, it tastes like poison.
Right, you are. You see, this is Omnicare's industrial strength bug killer. You see, it's patented compounds, 100% naturally occurring ingredients. Also found as byproducts, at the nuclear waste plant.
Oh my God, I think I'm gonna be sick.
I'm so sorry. Well, remember, next time you're at the store and you need shampoo, you need conditioner, body wash and lotion, and salad dressing and bug spray, look no further than Omnicare. And stay tuned for more Late Night Regrets right after this.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm from the team Fake Adults.
And I'm Anne, and I'm also a fake adult.
All right, let's get into it.
All right. If George was a farm animal, what animal do I think he would be? And I think he would be a goat, because goats are kind of jack of all trades. And he's like really good with like pretty much everything.
And I eat everything too. But I said dog, which I think is a farm animal.
I guess it can be.
I think so.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Oh. Didn't translate. If our team, Fake Adults, were an emoji, I believe it would be the LOL face.
I love it. I didn't realize we had to choose an emoji that already existed. I created a new one.
How was I supposed to guess a new emoji?
It's called Bare My Teeth. I don't even know what that thing's called. But thank you.
Thank you. This has been George.
And Anne.
And we're from the team
Fake Adults.
Back. Thanks for coming back to Late Night Regrets. Next, I'm going to get our first guest up here to have a little chat with. It is the amazing Stuart Ranson. Let's bring him up, folks.
Hi, everybody. Hi, friends.
Hi, Stuart. How are you?
I'm good.
For those of you who may not know Stuart, which I'd be surprised if anyone doesn't, but Stuart is our amazing theater director here at Charlotte Comedy Theater. You've been doing improv for quite a while. Lots of different teams, lots of different places. So can you tell us a little bit about your history and your time in improv?
Yeah, I started improvising in college. My college had an improv team that I auditioned for, and I got into that my senior year, and I loved it, and it was so much fun. And then when I graduated, I had a decision if I was going to move to New York and pursue musical theater, or move to Chicago and try this improv thing. So I said, I'm going to go to Chicago for a year. I'll give it a year and see if I like it. And Broadway will always be there later, but that's not such a good plan for a dancer. So, but I went to Chicago and I loved it and got into the improv scene there, and that was in the mid-90s. And so the mid to late 90s is a famous period of growth and promise in Chicago improv. It was a very rich time with people like Amy Poehler and Rachel Dratch and Tina Fey. They were like one generation up from me, from my classes. So they were the people that I would go watch on stages and perform there. And then I stayed in Chicago for 11 years doing improv and working all of the theaters there, the Second City and the Annoyance and the Improv Olympic and the Playground. There's a whole cottage industry of improv in Chicago. And then my journey took me to New York, where I lived for a while and did improv. And then I worked on a cruise ship for a while, doing sketch comedy and some improv. And then I went back to Chicago, and then the pandemic happened, George. And I don't know if you're familiar with that, but
it's a vague memory, but yeah,
it was a few years ago. I know we all want to forget it. But I was in Chicago when the pandemic hit, and so I was there in lockdown for a year and a half. Wow. And then I moved to Charlotte.
Wonderful. Well, we're so glad to have you here. It's
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you for
Charlotte's
being
a great city.
You're such a source of inspiration and like energy for our theater here. It's amazing to work with you, Stuart. So something that some folks might not know is that you were one of the founding members of the group Baby Wants Candy, which is this amazing musical theater musical improv group. And that's sort of your specialty. So can you kind of tell everyone of what musical improv is all about?
Yeah, it's improv with music. I consider it just a higher level of performance and entertainment. It's like regular improv on steroids. So there's just all of the same tenets of improv apply. We are making it all up. Nothing is pre-planned. We're just complexifying it and making it more difficult by adding a musician who is also improvising with us. So we are then improvising the melody, the rhythm, and the lyrics, and the story. So it's fun, but very challenging.
Yeah, improv is already hard enough. But
Yeah.
then you add music, timing, rhythm, and rhyme, like on top of it. It's really impressive. The team here, Crescendo.
Yes.
You guys have a show coming up anytime soon?
We do. We have a show once a month. I think our slot is like the third Friday. And Crescendo is our Charlotte Comedy Theater music improv team, and they're wonderful. And our music director, Phil Howe, I really want to plug him because that's such a key position in music improv. Is they are a little even more than a team player. They're instrumental, in the process. And we're so lucky that we have a jazz pianist and very renowned in the Southeast by the name of Phil Howe, who now has like 1 million followers on TikTok from his tutorials and his playing around, noodling around on the keyboard.
Yeah, Phil is absolutely amazing. It's great to see him play, and then to combine that with what you all are doing on stage, it's like it's poetry in motion. Stuart, you have worked in so many different theaters, so many different venues, places, cities. What can you recall? Like maybe what the best theater or best venue that you can recall? Like what's the best place to play?
Well, it's kind of two different questions. One of the most thrilling places I ever played was I did improv on the stage at the Lyric Opera of Chicago, which is like a 3,000-seat theater. It's just one of those cavernous spaces. But I did an improv show there where I did get to sing, so I can say I sang on the stage of the Lyric Opera.
Very nice.
So that was just a sort of
very nice.
That was just sort of a very grand performing space. But I think truly a great venue for improv is a cabaret. A place where music is normally heard, but that is a stage. So it's a theatrical place, but a place where that is less, not like a proscenium theater. So in my head, that's the ideal improv theater, is like a cabaret where people can drink and laugh, and maybe there's music and improv and music improv.
A nice, comfortable place. People can kind of hang out, have a drink. And it's sort of intimate, right? Like there's something about kind of being in a little bit of a tight space.
Because the audience is such a key part of improv that having them close and also involved in it makes that energy exchange easier.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So what would you say is the weirdest show or the worst place you've ever done improv?
Weirdest or worst? Oh, there's a lot. So I did, when I was working on the cruise ship, we were out at the ocean when Hurricane Sandy hit and was barreling towards New York City, which was our home port, so we couldn't go home. So we were at sea for 3 extra days before the East Coast opened for any ship to be able to get in. And it was kind of scary because you're on a big cruise ship in the middle of an ocean where a hurricane is coming straight for us. But it truly is the safest place to be, is a big vessel on the ocean, because they know how to get around it and also weather the storm. 3 extra days at sea mean the entertainment department had to come up with 3 extra days of programming for a bunch of passengers who were angry, throwing up over it, and just wanted to get home. And are now also having to pay for drinks and some food because their cruise has extended.
Oh, wow.
So they're having to pay more money. So I did a show in the Spinnaker Lounge on one day, like a sea day. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're playing What's My Line and like old game shows from the 50s, because that was what we could come up with. Playing those games, and I look out, and there's 3 people in the audience, one of whom has their head in like a barf bag and is green around the gills. 3 people in the audience in the Spinnaker Lounge, and then I looked to the horizon, and the horizon was going like this.
Oh my God. Is the ship like turning a little bit?
Totally.
While you're
Totally.
I can't imagine. So literally 3 people in the audience, and one of them is puking the whole show.
Well, and only 3 on stage because the other cast members were seasick and in their cabins, and I was like, I don't get seasick, so I'm doing the show.
I get terribly seasick. I would have swam back. I
hard.
couldn't have done it. Thank you so much for being here, Stuart. We really appreciate it. Amazing. Everyone, let's give Stuart a round of applause.
Thanks, everybody.
And we'll be right back with a special mystery surprise guest right after this. right, and we are back. Yeah! We are back with Late Night Regrets. So I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the show, but we were supposed to have Taylor Swift here tonight, guys. But I'm sorry, she canceled. She really did. But luckily we have an emergency device to call our theater's founder. We used it. We have no idea if she's going to be able to make it here tonight or not. It's super far. She's in Hawaii. We have no idea. Oh my God! Keli Semelsberger, everyone! She made it!
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God, Keli!
I heard your call.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, it was amazing. You're always here when we need you. We so much appreciate it.
Oh my God.
Have a seat. I guess that was a. Did you swim? Did you run?
I teleported.
Oh, that's the
But
fastest
it's
way.
exhausting.
Why are you out of breath?
Because like all of my body got dissipated and it went back together,
Yeah.
and I forgot my lungs, and then I had to take myself apart and then put myself back together with the lungs in here. So it's still kind of like shifting around. So
All right.
it'll be all right.
Take your time. We'll give you.
No,
we'll
we're
give you a
good.
minute.
We're good.
Thank you so much for being here. Amazing, Keli Semelsberger. One more
Thank
time,
you.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
For those who don't know, Keli is the Charlotte Comedy Theater's founder and first player, I guess, in that way. But yeah. So tell me a little bit about your history with Charlotte and the theater, and why you wanted to start it.
Well, it was unintentional, like most things that are amazing.
Starting a theater,
Charlotte
no
Comedy
big deal.
Theater, penicillin, is I had left Chicago, and Stuart and I started out together too. So I was in Chicago when he was, and he and I performed together a lot. And there was a certain point where I thought I was one of the few single moms at the time, and there was a point where I felt it was best to get my daughter out of the city, and she wasn't thriving like I wanted her to. So I had lived in Fort Mill, gone to school in Rock Hill, so right over the border, for those of you who don't know where that is. And I wanted to kind of bring my daughter home. And then I was like, oh, but what about me? You do things for your family, but that I'm selfish. So I needed to have improv in my life. So I was like, I'll just start a group. I'll audition or whatever. So a $28 ad, and I found some people that kind of had experience, and like, well, it's not Chicago style, so I'm gonna teach it. And then so I started teaching them, and it just, like anything that's needed or good or whatever, it bloomed from there. So more people wanted to learn, and then we started doing shows, and then now it's 22 years later.
Wow.
And besides the two were shut down for some weird reason. So it was my need to express myself and to do my art is why everybody else gets to do it. So that's kind of always my thing, is like, follow your art.
That's perfect. I love that.
Right?
Improv in particular seems to be a really powerful thing for a lot of people. And what do you think about that? Why do you think that improv draws so many people? And like, what's the pull? What's the attraction?
You ready to get deep?
Yeah, let's do it. We're here for it. Let's do it.
Because it touches our humanity. Our society tells us to block off who we are and kind of like to protect ourselves. And when you improvise, you have to surrender. You have to be vulnerable. You want to be. We collaborate and we co-create together. That is what the art form is, and you can't do that when you keep those barriers up. So it creates deep friendships. It creates these wonderful bonds. It's the art form itself brings human beings together, and it really changes who we are. It changes the programming in our mind to be able to do that. Like, even our neurosensors change and adapt to that. And I think just it is such a healing modality, and it's such a beautiful form. I mean, we're all just like, we're just joking around, goofing around. But when you're goofing around and you're joking around, you let those guards down, and you get to really know people, and you can be authentic. And I think our ability to be authentic and communicate with each other and collaborate with each other is something humanity is so needs right now. We're always pulling apart, but this brings everybody together.
Yep, you're 100% right.
So that's why I think it's humanizing.
Yeah, the theater sense of I got your back, you got my back, we're out there, we have no idea what's going to happen, we're on this tightrope together, and we'll just get through it. And it just bonds people. It's so powerful and so amazing.
And the end product is people laugh if they see us doing it.
How beautiful
which
is that,
great,
right?
Yeah. Even if you mess up, people laugh at you. You're like,
you learn to live with that and be fine with it.
It's very freeing.
Yeah.
And then people are like, hey, 100%. Get up there and fail. You're like, wait, what? That's so opposite of everything we've ever been told. They're like, this is a failure factory. Come on, bring it. And you get to be in a place where you can just be, and people accept you for who you are. And like, you do something stupid, and they go, I want to do that too. And that's incredible to have people that want to be stupid with you. And instead of being perfect or judgmental. It's just
Yeah.
it's just amazing.
Beautiful. So I'm sure you've been doing improv. I know you've been doing improv for a very long time. I'm sure you've gotten lots of advice, and you've given lots of advice about improv. What's your best advice around improv, and maybe theater in general, or like what you're trying to get people to do with their art and find themselves? What's your best advice?
I've given so much bad advice. Oh wait,
We
that's my
could do
personal.
that.
That's my personal life. Never mind. Professionally, I'm fine.
right.
You know, it kind of goes back to what I said before, or it's something I said probably for the first time at the end of our show earlier. When I was in Hawaii, that here's what I love about teaching improv and what I love about it in general is that as a teacher, I get to remind people how sacred they are. And they are the only them that will ever be in all time, of all human beings that will ever be, either in the past, all the millions and millions that have been here and that have passed on, and the ones that come, however many millions there are until global warming kills us all, that you're the only you that there is. The only one that will ever be. And to help people through this fun medium to find themselves and give them the container in which to feel safe enough to pull off the layers from society and be themselves and watch them shine. And I feel like in all the years I've been teaching, I've watched people get their wings. Like I've watched so many people through an art form. I'm just the bearer of the art form. It's them risking, it's them showing up, it's them risking, it's them showing up over and over and over again and bonding and doing that. It's their work. I'm just creating the space for it, right? And just like I'll teach it, but you gotta apply the lessons. But to watch people just like be their authentic self, to come covered in society and come back out like, poof, I'm ready to rock and roll, is breathtaking. So my best advice, if it was an advising, is like, be you. You are the only one that we're ever going to get. The whole world is never going to get any other you. And that to me is like, I guess, the key thing. And this is just a vehicle. Improv is a vehicle to get there.
Yeah, beautiful. Be yourself. Love it.
Unless you're a couple people I know.
And then they should be somebody else.
Stop.
Yeah.
I have a list. We'll go over it later.
Check the credits. You've also traveled a tremendous amount in your life. You've visited tons of places, seen lots of places, done lots of amazing things. What is one of the most beautiful and amazing places you visited?
I'm probably going to have to say Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
And I live on the Big Island, and like I like to tell people, because we all have these images of what Hawaii is like, and everybody goes, oh, it's always like right there at the coast. Not everything always looks like that. And I kind of live in the Gastonia of the Hawaiian Islands, which is the Big Island, which is rural, and it's also right now we're popping off on an active volcano. Yeah. And it's a totally different lifestyle, and it is not bougie, by the way. I mean, people can get a bougie lifestyle there. I can't. But no matter what my problems are, and I have the same problems because Young took me with me, is that I can go to the ocean and sit and watch the waves and go, oh my God, I'm so lucky. And it just reminds me, for me, it's a perfect place. I love swimming and I love water, so that's my jam. So I'm around the thing that I love to do the most, which is just swim in the ocean. And that might not be a good place for somebody else. But for me, no matter what I'm going through, I have a place that makes me feel healthy and whole and raises my serotonin just by being there and looking at the waves, and I can process things a little bit better. And I wish that for everybody, for whatever that space is or whatever they need in their home, wherever everybody has this sacred place to go to process the world. I have just as many problems as I did before, but this one place right now in my life speaks to me as the most healthy place for me.
Yeah,
so
that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
The most beautiful place you've ever been is the place you live.
It's the place that I live.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
great.
I'm so fortunate.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I had to do so many illegal things to get there.
Well, whatever it takes. Living the dream. Quickly, what's one of the worst places you visited, if you're willing to share? Excluding Gastonia. we already kind of covered that. Excluding Gastonia, we already kind of covered that.
Yeah. My kids' room?
All right, that's fair. So Kelly, we have a game that we want to play with you.
Okay.
Right here, right now. If you look over there on that screen, and folks, you'll see it on the big screen or online.
Right
here. We have a game that we are calling Sweet Summer Treat or Someone's Feet. And that is a close-up picture of one of those two things. And so you have a few minutes or a few seconds to think about it.
A summer treat?
It's either a summer treat, something delicious that you would want to enjoy in the summertime, or it may be a photo of someone's feet.
But I do love people's feet in
Oh,
the
wow.
summertime.
This
And
got
they're
weird.
delicious. Only because it looks so much like feet, I'm going to say summer treat.
Yeah, really. Oh, you're going to say summer treat. You're
I
going
mean, it does
opposite.
look like feet. Yeah, I'm going to
it
go the
looks like
opposite.
skin, right?
Yeah, it looks like skin.
All
What
right,
is it?
let's see it. Oh, there it is. Making s'mores. Delicious.
Boom.
Yeah, you crushed it. That's one for Kelly. All right, here's our
That's
next one.
cheese. I don't think.
Yeah. Is cheese in the category? We don't know.
So I'm going to go with foot cheese. So I'm going
Foot.
to say that's a foot that needs a doctor.
All right, we're thinking feet. Let's see it. What do we got? Oh, summer treat.
That was too obvious.
Yeah, okay, all right. A little mind game going on here, I guess.
That's yarn.
Okay.
Summer
So
treat.
there's a clue. Summer treat of yarn?
Feet. It's feet.
Sorry, I guess I tipped it off.
Can I call my, what is the thing?
Yeah, a lifeline. Let's
Lifeline,
ask the audience actually. Who thinks feet? Yeah? Who thinks treat?
How did
I guess
Mickey
it's
Mouse
like
get
everyone.
in here?
Right.
Wait. Could the feet be, would the feet always be bare feet?
I don't know that there's any rules to this game.
Because that looks like a sock.
Oh.
I'm going to risk it all.
Okay, yeah, double down.
I'm going to risk it all, including things that I don't own. And I'm gonna go with feet because it looks like yarn.
All right, let's see it. What do we got?
Yeah!
Feet! Yeah, that was a tricky one. That was a tricky one.
I've never won anything before. That's feet.
That's
'cause
gotta
it looks
be
like
feet.
the inside
There's
of a
veins in
figure.
Like creases.
There's crease. I don't know if there's vein.
I mean, not veins.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, creases.
But yeah, I'm
Need some
thinking it probably
omnipresence.
isn't, but it definitely looks like. And who came up with this? Who's like, man, treats and feet look alike.
These don't go together?
Somebody's scrolling too much. Okay, but I'm gonna say feet. Yeah.
All right, feet. Let's see. Oh, right on.
At first,
See, that one felt obvious, right?
there was a second that it looked like a neck. Did anybody else feel that? Like there was
Yeah.
a point I was like, that's,
Yeah, 100%.
that's not even part of it. Okay, wait, this one. Well, it's got kind of little roundy things there. Like, see, like little cells over there to the far right. But I'm still gonna go with summer treat.
Okay, you're saying summer treat. We've been on a feet trend here, so you're gonna go opposite. You're gonna go.
Yeah, because there's a repeating pattern. I can barely see, but it doesn't look like wrinkles.
All right, I love it. Let's see. We got a treat.
Overthinking.
Oh, feet.
That woman, what is kind of?
Yeah, that's like an ad, right? For
Yeah,
nail
she's
polish
like-
or something. Yeah. All right. Well, good work.
My foot are perfect. I
All
hope
right.
they make
looks
you
like
lose
we
a
got
game.
another one up here. Ooh. I hope those are not feet.
I
Jeez.
I hope that's a waffle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's both go with.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's a summer treat.
Let's hope, because if not, we're gonna have to stop the show and find this person.
Yeah, like. What is it?
Oh, thank God. Oh, black cherry ice cream, I think.
There
Waffle
you-
cone. You were right about the waffle.
Yeah,
Good job.
and usually when I do get ice cream and sweet treats, I
Yeah.
go, you know what? I'm gonna go compare this to my wall art, and I take it around
Yeah,
all the
sure,
things in my
sure.
house, like
Yeah.
that wall art, and go, oh, this looks good here. This looks good here.
we all
That's what
do.
I do. So that
As
makes
it-
perfect sense.
As it's
to me.
nearly melting. Let me just post
like-
this on Instagram.
Like, who says like, oh, I know it'll make that look good.
Yeah.
Macrame wall art.
Yeah. Love it.
Go put it there. Why not? No, whatever. I'm
You're an
just-
ace. I think you crushed it. I think you maybe got like one
I
wrong.
got one wrong for
Yeah,
sure,
that was
for
beautiful. All right, Kelly. You know so much about the human feet and improv, it turns
And
out.
improv. Do I
Yeah,
get tased
beautiful.
or anything for the
Nope.
one that?
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm here.
You got more than 50%. That's what we're shooting for.
Wonderful.
All right, so because we have the amazing Stuart Ranson, who can come back up and join us on
Yay,
stage,
Stuart!
and the amazing Keli Semelsberger, we are going to play some improv games. We thought it was
Ooh.
not
I'm so glad we did.
appropriate to end this show without some real improv from these two amazing experts. So thank you both for being here and playing. Our first game is going to be the game called Pillars. For this, we need 2 audience volunteers. You're just going to be supplying random words and phrases for these 2 lovely improvisers. So anybody want to come up and help? Anybody?
There's
Come on
only-
up.
There's
Let's
one.
go. Let's go. There's one. All right.
Way.
One more. Come on up. One more. Come on. Let's go. Come on up.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on up here.
All right. So for this game, it is called Pillars, and I will. Yep. Thank you, Stuart, we hand that one over there. Will you happily introduce yourself, sir?
Hello. This microphone is off.
I think they're probably hearing it online. You're just going to have to speak a bit loud for the
Hi,
audience.
I'm Daniel.
Yeah, excellent. All right, Daniel, thank you for being here, Daniel. Wonderful. And would you mind introducing yourself for everyone?
Hello, I'm Denise.
Denise, thank you, Denise. Thanks for being our volunteer. Daniel and Denise. So this game is called Pillars. You may have seen it before. Basically, we're going to give Stuart and Keli a scene to play in. It's going to be a location that I'm going to get from the rest of the audience here. And then you're going to improvise a scene. At any point, if you can't think of a word or you want like an object in that scene, just come over and tap one of these folks, and they're going to give you a random word or phrase or something small, and you're going to interject that into the scene.
Will it be feet or a sweet treat?
Either one. Either one.
Okay.
Bonus points for feet.
Can I have macrame art, please?
For 200.
Thank you.
That's
so what we need to get this started is a location from the audience. What is it?
Bowling alley.
Bowling alley. Sound good? Sound
sure.
good?
Yes,
All right.
sounded
So we're going to
Irish.
play the game Pillars with you two supplying the words when you're touched. Just give them any random word that you want to see in the scene, and you can go ahead and get started. We're at a bowling alley, folks.
Ugh. I have to disinfect the shoes.
Tamara, just, can you stop cleaning everything and just be like a normal person for a second? Because Tommy's coming here, and I told him you had a great personality, and you are blowing that part.
I don't have a great personality.
I'm doing the best I can with you.
God. Well, the shoes aren't going to get disinfected then.
Just roll with it, okay?
Well, I wore this nice thing today. I mean, look at me. I look like a egg.
Yeah, that is a little yolkish.
Yeah.
But at least it narrows down. It narrows down. It brings.
Right, it gathers
Everything
right
to-
around my knees.
Yes, you look beautiful. I mean, it's better than what you wore last time, which was a
Tuxedo.
tuxedo.
Yeah, it just doesn't go well at a bowling alley.
No, it doesn't.
But an egg does.
Oh, it screams, "Take me home."
Yeah. Okay, so this guy
Okay.
that you're going to introduce me to, he thinks I have a good personality. Why would you lie like that?
I don't know. I couldn't say you were attractive.
No.
Okay,
That's
so
also not true.
It isn't true at all. So I okay, you know, to be honest, I need you to move out. And I was hoping if I made a love connection that you would finally leave our apartment.
Oh, well, that's no problem. I can move out. I can always move in with
Tom.
Tom.
You can't move in with my boyfriend. You need to get your own
Well,
boyfriend.
then why don't you move in with your boyfriend and leave me the apartment?
I can't move in with my boyfriend because
He has AIDS.
he has eggs.
Oh. Well, then all the more reason why I should move in with him.
No! I don't want to move in with him because it's too big of a commitment, and I'm the only one I've ever been committed to for a long time is our friendship,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's difficult.
Then we should keep living together, but we need to set a boundary for ourselves. I promise, in the morning, I won't
Play the piano.
play the piano.
And will you please stop
Picking your toenails with your teeth.
picking your toenails with your teeth during dinner?
Oh, yeah, I don't have to do it during dinner. I can do it during piano practice. Oh, but I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay, right. So no
And
piano practice.
When I'm in the shower, would you refrain from?
Masturbating furiously.
That I will not do. I will not stop doing that.
Well, would you at least
Share.
your
Loofah.
Oh.
for my
Tarantula.
who loves
Golden Grams.
and the show?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, of course. You can borrow my loofah. I was using it on some of the shoes earlier.
Okay, wonderful.
I was just scraping some of the old dead skin off of it. You would be surprised how many people just put their bare, disgusting feet into the bowling shoes at the bowling alley. It is gross. One time, in one of the shoes, I found a
Spider.
spider, and it wasn't your tarantula.
But maybe that's who the mate was for. Maybe it's for my tarantula named
Debbie.
Debbie. Maybe it's her love mate. Maybe it's her time to mate.
Oh, Yeah, I love that you named your tarantula after famed choreographer and dancer Debbie Allen.
Have you seen that thing move?
I know, she's
Like-
got legs for days, that spider of yours. She's got 8 legs.
And she's got that little cane, that little tiny cane, and she tells people what to do.
Yeah. She's a diva, your tarantula. I miss Debbie if I move out.
Okay, well maybe if you just stop being disgusting.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, fuck. You know, I'm kind of gross too. Is there anything you know what, if you're going to do that, then what do you want me to change? Is there anything I can change?
Well, you do have a tendency to scream
Yeah.
when I'm masturbating.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, so funny. So good.
Yeah, we forgot
Thank you.
to ask the rating.
Oh, good. No,
Thank you so much. Great job.
Thank you so much, Denise. And thank you so much, Daniel. Appreciate it. We're gonna do one more game.
Okay.
It's a fan favorite. We need 2 more audience volunteers. This one is called sound effects, and our volunteers will be providing the sound effects for the action that's happening on stage. So I got one right here. See it? Yeah, perfect. And one more. Anyone else out there? Sound effects. Sound effects. Come on up.
Yay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. If you'll take this one and go ahead and introduce yourself to the nice folks.
My name is Olajuwon.
And you are?
Courtney.
Courtney, welcome. So Courtney, you're going to be doing all the sound effects for the wonderful Stuart. And you're going to be doing all the sound effects for beautiful Keli. And we are going to get started with a suggestion from the audience, which is an activity that these two may be doing together. Maybe making something, building something. What do you think? Playing hopscotch. Any other thoughts? Baking. What was that? Rowing a boat. All right. Let's row a boat, and you also got to get those cookies baked for the bake sale. So we're gonna just combine them up. All right.
Okay.
Rowing a boat, baking cookies, and you can begin.
I don't know why we couldn't drive to the fucking bake sale.
I thought it would be more amazing and dramatic when we arrive by boat with the cookies in hand.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair because I'm not losing this year. Like, there's absolutely no way that we're going to lose.
Oh, no.
Not to those people.
We are totally getting the blue ribbon this year.
They can do it with their gluten cookies, huh?
Yeah, I know. Because our cookies have real vanilla.
I love the windy vanilla.
I know, right? I know.
Oh, I feel like I'm getting a little burnt.
Oh, here, I have some sunscreen. You can put it on yourself.
I don't know what that is.
It's an active culture.
Okay.
It's mineral. See, and then it creates a seal with your skin. Yeah, so now you're completely protected from the sun. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, we're getting closer. I can feel the breeze in my hair.
Hey, before we go to the church bake sale, want to get high?
Oh, it's been a long time since I did that.
It's a little cached.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it again. All right, ha-ha. Because we know everybody want more. So if we come wafting in
Totally.
with marijuana smell, like people are just gonna okay?
Well, then they're going to think the cookies are edibles.
We're gonna kill. That's it.
Oh, it was a good hit? Okay.
Does it sound like
This is a... Ooh. Dragon.
Yeah, it's called dragon weed.
Okay, all right, okay. Ooh, that was a rush.
I put it's a mix because I
Oh.
just had a little bit of cash from all my different bags, so there's no telling what's in here.
Okay.
excuse me. That happens all the time. I'm so sorry. It had nothing to do with this.
You have strong breath.
I had no idea. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, all right. Okay, the cookies are in the easy bake oven. We have 3 minutes to get there.
Ding!
Oh, they're ready.
Oh my God, 3 minutes goes fast.
okay, yeah.
All right, wait, I'm going too far away. Crap, I'm gonna have to.
We're
put the
going in
mask-
circles.
That's because I keep doing one time. I'm gonna put the mask.
Stop farting!
I'm sorry.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think this mask is making fun of me.
Well, now I'm burning and I have to put sunscreen on.
Oh crap, there's a motor. I don't know why I did this. Why don't we just start this thing up and get there faster?
Wipe your fanny.
I just. Oh, geez. I think we ran over somebody.
Oh no.
I think there's something. Oh, there's something caught in the rotor. Let me just get it off so we. Oh crap.
It's a dragon.
That was me again.
It was you
I'm
again?
so sorry.
And that's the game. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Olajuwon. Thank you, Courtney. We appreciate it. All right, that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say a big thank you to both Stuart and Keli.
Thank you for having
being
us.
here. So wonderful. Thank you all for watching Late Night Regrets. Thank you to our band, $1,000 Movie, for our intro music. Thank you to all our cast and crew, our director, Andrew, our camera operators. Thank you to the audience for being here, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good night. Woo!
I'm just going to keep doing this until I get that.